What are you doing? Wait, I want to do something.
I don't know how to do it.
We're like figuring this thing out. What happened?
I don't know what you did. Let's see.
let's
No,
do it.
wrong
No.
one. Hold on. Oops.
Go back. Take
Hold
effects
on.
off.
Okay.
Take
What?
the effects
I don't
off.
know
Hit
what you
effects.
did.
Okay. There. That was hilarious. Let's try that again. That was funny. Okay.
I think it was just randomly going through
No,
them,
because I hit
so.
something. Hi.
Do you want to start over?
No. Hi, everybody.
Let me
Whoa.
get, there we
he
go.
was like shaking
I'm
all
just
over.
getting it all set up, so.
Oh, my
All
gosh.
right. All right, well, happy Sunday to you guys.
That was funny.
We are in Vegas celebrating our 29th anniversary and here for Kaylani's Idaho Crush, what is it, SVCA?
SCVA, Southern California Volleyball Association. And it's a tournament, a volleyball tournament, a big one. Sorry. Let me just set this. I'm trying to set this. You told me to do this part.
That's fine.
Sorry, I'm looking away. I'm trying to just set something over here while we visit. How are you all?
How are you guys? Well, happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary to us.
Yeah.
It's been 29 years.
I know. Can you believe she stuck out with me this long? So obviously we're in Vegas. We don't have access to a kitchen. Well, we do, but it's not really at our home because we're staying at the Grandview Resort in Las Vegas. And so we thought instead of cooking that we would share you our recipe for a happy 29 years of marriage. So,
Oh gosh, he's lying.
okay, I'm
Happy?
lying.
It's
Okay,
not always
bliss
happy.
for me, miserable for her.
I'm gonna turn this light off. So
That's
we get
fine.
all
You turn off the thing.
that
so.
out. With the, oh,
There you go,
there.
there you go.
Golly,
There
that
you
was
don't
like
have-
glaring. So no, it's been good. I should say the 29 years would be more so.
Can you see her stumbling over her
I'm
words?
trying to figure out what that. It's happy because we tried to make it happy. Now, does that mean that we didn't have trials and troubles? No, heck no. You know, you can't. I don't think you can live life or go through life without trials and troubles. It's just not. What's the word?
There's not a perfect life, and there's not a perfect marriage.
Nope.
There's not a perfect individual, though she does come close. But
Whatever.
Yeah,
Hey,
whatever.
Look, hey, we're both wearing our Crush shirts.
yes, we are. See,
I just
Crush.
saw that.
Oh,
Crush,
there you go. Crush.
That's the team that our daughter Kaylani's on. So Crush team and go Crush. I don't know what to say about these things when we're not like cooking.
Well, yeah, well, it's pretty fun because we were talking about before we were getting on what we might be able to share with you guys, and we're like, well, you know what? There's
We do have
I
a
think-
method, by the way.
we have a method to our madness, and I think part of the method of madness is inventing it as you go. And you know, we were talking about the recipe of a happy marriage, and like she said, not everything's always happy, but overall, when you look back over 29 years, it's been pretty awesome. And we've learned some things along the way. And so I came up with my 3 recipes. And I don't know if Judy... actually, I call them secrets. Judy goes, what do you mean you have secrets? Okay, tips or recipes or whatever.
No,
so
they're ingredients.
okay, what are your
Because
what
those are
your
like, if we're talking about
ingredients?
eats and treats and we're going to stay in that vein, we're going to talk about ingredients.
All right, so what are your ingredients?
No, you go first.
Okay, so my...
Because he had them and I'm like,
I
don't know.
do. So my number one
Oh,
ingredient...
I know.
What is it?
No. I mean, I
Okay.
just remembered mine. I remembered mine.
All right. So my number one
You're
ingredient.
yelling.
Sorry, let me talk softer. So, you're killing me. All right. So my number one ingredient for a happy marriage is that you need to continue to date.
That's a good one.
I think it's really, really critical. You see a lot of people, they get married and they think that once they say I do or yes or whatever they say that it means happily ever after. But
You should.
marriage is just a process of learning and growing, and you need to continue to nurture that love. So we have date night every weekend, and we look forward to that time. Sometimes, when times were a little leaner, that date night was putting the kids to bed and cooking some cookies and watching a Redbox video. Well, at that time it was Blockbuster, so we're really dating ourselves. But yeah, so just keeping it as simple as possible, but making sure that we took that time for each other all the time, and we continue to do that. And I think that is one of the key ingredients to keeping a marriage alive, vibrant, and growing. So, do you agree or disagree?
No, I totally agree. I mean, our nephew just got married, and we got to write on Jenga blocks so that when they play the Jenga games, he and his bride can see these little sayings or these little tips on the Jenga block. And that's actually what I put down. I put down that you should have a date night every week, whatever that is. For you guys, was just have some time to continue to get to know each other, because you are busy with either school or work or kids or whatever, and pass. A lot of times he and I would always, we're like ships that pass in the night. We just say, hey, bye, whatever. And that date night is very sacred. It's just time that we don't ever, we make sure we block it out and make sure that it happens.
Yep. So ingredient 2 ties into ingredient 1, and that is to play, work together, do everything together, grow together. Because how many times have we heard that people have hit 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, even 30 years and said, well, we've just grown apart and we just don't get along anymore, and I don't love him. Hi, Autumn.
Hi, Autumn.
And I think one of the key ingredients is continuing to grow and work together and develop your relationship. So it's once you're married, it's not done. You got to continue to work together, and you grow together through the process, and making sure that you're doing that together all the way through every event in life, whether that's having children, being sick, being unemployed. I know when I was unemployed, looking for a job, it was really, really tough. And but we buckled down and we worked together and we found solutions together, and that drew us closer together.
So I was just going to say, Autumn, I know you're watching, so you tell us too, everybody, whoever gets on, we'd love to see and hear from you and your tips for a happy marriage. Or what are you doing?
I'm trying to see if I can see comments, but I can't. So
it'll pop up right there.
I know.
It should pop up.
That's what.
Anyways, please.
She's always correcting me.
Yeah. Please comment and let us know what you feel is helpful for your marriage or relationships in general. Doesn't even have to be a marriage, just relationships.
So, do you have anything to add to my number 2 ingredient, or do you agree or disagree?
Oh, no, I agree. I was trying to remember what it was.
That's Alzheimer's.
Because I was like,
it was 30 seconds ago.
Yeah, that's what happened. So go ahead. What's your third one?
So third one, and I think this is one of the key things. And I think 1 and 3, 1, 2, and 3 are really, really important. But I think 3 is really critical, and it ties in with 1. And that is that you need to, as a couple, kneel down every night or hold hands every night and pray together, because it turns your couple into a twosome to a threesome with power. So I'm a big believer in making sure that you pray together as a husband and wife. I mean, there's a couple reasons for that. 1, it invites God into your life, invites him to be part of your marriage and your individual relationships. But 2, it also puts you in a setting where, especially if things are tough, that you can hear what is on the other person's mind. And also you can express things that are on your mind that maybe you don't necessarily feel comfortable yet in breaking that ice yet. And so prayer puts you into an attitude of humility so that you can hear and receive answers from each other and ultimately from the man upstairs. So those are my 3 ingredients. So.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with the third one too. I mean, all of them. But hi, Carrie. Good to see you or hear you or see that you're watching. Again, post comments and additions to The ingredients to a happy marriage. You know, I think to add to that, I want to add my ingredients too, but adding to the keeping in with and making sure that you have God in your life. I know that there's some.
Sorry,
just like blocked me out.
Sorry, had to adjust my hand.
So I know that there's probably some of you that don't have, that type of belief system, and that's fine. Just respect each other's belief system. I think that's probably too one that you want to make sure that you do. That's you came together for a reason. So part of that is making sure you respect and remember that you respect each other's beliefs. So I think the other thing that I would add with that is I wrote earlier in a post when I said that we were going to come on Eats and Treats is that, oh look, you can see her, like it's like a duplication over there.
That's okay.
I'm getting a little
it's fine.
distracted. I think that you have to remember who you are before you came together as a couple, whoever that is, or a relationship. You have to remember that you were an individual. You still are an individual. So I wrote that my husband does not complete me, because I hear that comment, and that's fine. People can say that, whatever, complete me, but I don't feel like I'm complete just because I have my husband. I feel complete as myself because I want to be confident in myself, because I don't think I can contribute great to a relationship if I don't feel good about myself.
That's true.
If I am not confident in myself or comfortable in myself, I don't feel I can completely contribute well to a relationship. So I need to make myself whole. And whatever that is. So if I've got some issues I'm working on, I need to work on, or issues I'm dealing with, I need to work on that. So that I can be there 100% for my husband, for my partner, for whoever, right? For that person. And so that's why I say, the
Sorry, you got to readjust.
It's okay. His arm's getting tired.
Oh, my fingers are falling asleep.
Uh-oh. You want me to hold it?
No, I got it.
I
Thanks.
can't.
That's okay.
We don't have our stand. That's why we're having to hold it. So I think that's why I say that my husband enhances me. He makes me better. That's what we should do in a relationship, is make each other better. Lift each other up. What completes me, my personal life, honestly, is my relationship with God. I'm confident in myself because I'm confident that I know that I'm a daughter of my Heavenly Father, that He created me, and I know where I'm going. I know what I'm supposed to be doing in life, meaning I know what my purpose in life is. That's something you have to find out for yourself too. But I know what that purpose is, and I'm confident in that purpose. Thus, when I didn't always know, so don't think I knew, like when I met him, that I knew what was going on, but he helped me find that path. And the path does change, just as like my goals and my hobbies or whatever, my ambitions in life change. He helps me along with that. He doesn't stifle me. That's what I think a good relationship does. It doesn't pull the other person down. I think it's always lifting each other up and helping each other. And hey, when you need to be like, I don't know what it is, I don't want to say corrected, but when you need to know that, I don't know if that's a good idea, you need to be able to voice it and express that without, I guess, express it diplomatically so that the other person understands. I don't know.
I think one of the key things about is being able to express things that are on your heart, your dreams, your aspirations. And if you don't have a partner that you can't share your dreams, your aspirations, your concerns, your fears. I know, you and I have had a lot of discussions about some of the things that you're aspiring to now. And it's like, oh, should I do this now, or can I do this? And you know what? Absolutely. Go for it. 100% believe in you. Just like when we started our business, it's like, are you sure we want to do this? And you're like, I got your back. We can make it happen. And we work together. And some days you just want to crawl up in the fetal position and cry and say, I don't know how we're going to get it done. But you get up and you go to work and you work together and you make those dreams and aspirations come true. So, and I think that's what helps you grow together too, is that you're sharing, not only what you're trying to do, but also the things that you're concerned about, that maybe you're a little fearful or that you have doubts about. And you find strength within each other to push each other to the next level, to levels that you never thought you could do. So,
well, and I think when you said that too, like, hey, I was thinking about when you started the Zenware business, and I said, hey, I've got your back. The person that says that really shouldn't go back on their word. Meaning, I've got your back, and then turn around and go, it's your fault. We're in this situation. It's your fault this is happening. It's your fault because you decided to get into you decided to do it too. They talked about it. You talked about it. You did it together. Then you work on it together.
yeah.
That's I think of that like a parenting type of situation where you're parenting together. Well, you can't blame the other parent saying, it's your fault that, so our kid is in trouble and is, whoa.
Sorry, you got to readjust.
Your kid's in trouble and is in the principal's office because you told them to do this. It's like or this is why your kid has an F or something because you didn't. That blame game has to be out the door. That should never come into a relationship ever, blaming each other, because that's how you breed animosity, how you breed contentment. No, contentment? No,
yeah.
Contention.
Content. Oh, yeah, sorry.
I'm not convinced. Contention.
I meant contempt.
Oh, contempt.
Yeah, contempt.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's a big thing, is like, if you're not working together and growing together, my thumb is like totally asleep, so I had to readjust. But yeah, you got to be able to, and I think part of it, and we talked about this a couple weeks ago, is you got to be able to trust each other. And I know one of the things, that is a real big thing on me is, and some people think this is silly, but, on the business end, I never go to business lunches or coffee with a lady. If I do, it's with one of my partners or I have them come to my office. So it's just kind of a boundary that I've set for myself, not only to protect any potential, oh man, what's he doing with that lady? Kind of somebody walk by and somebody, falsely assume something, or, in today's day and age, being accused of something inappropriate. So I just find that, it's best to keep that relationship solid and set those boundaries that I'm always being respectful of Judy no matter where I'm at. So.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
I knew that, but.
Yeah. I just think it's important, so.
Yeah. So, hey, if you guys hey, Aaron and Tanya.
Yeah, nice to have you guys with us. So
if you have any thoughts, we'd love to see your comments. We're not seeing any comments, so if you're posting them, I'm really sorry we don't see them. I'm not sure why, but we don't. I don't know. I guess, I think that's a lot of, I don't know. I was just thinking about how we started out when we first met, and then the 29 years later, and the different struggles that we've gone through. Sorry if I'm looking away, it's me thinking. And the different struggles that we've gone through and how we've come out on top. And when I say on top, doesn't mean like, it's not like, oh, we won or anything, but we did win the battle by actually coming out still together and and learning from it. I think the hardest part is when you go through it. And then when you look back on it, then realizing that you've just overcome something together, because the next time you go through another trial, because you will, you're just that much stronger because you realize you went through one. I think our first one, I was thinking of like, was in our just a financial situation when you graduated from college, and
Oh yeah, that was tough. Couldn't
and
get
then
a job for
and we
9
couldn't get a
months.
job, and we're like, we
It
got
was
loans to pay.
Yep.
We got a new baby. We got Devin, and it was just really, really painful, and just we just kept praying. We just we did all we could, and then and I remember we were getting some food assistance from our church, and that was very humbling. But the thing about these struggles is I don't want to ever think like, I don't want to go through that struggle, or I don't want to say it that way. How do I want to say it? Like, I think it's beneficial that we learn from our struggles. And I think that when we do, we come out, when we do learn from them, we're so much stronger. So I have a better appreciation of, this may sound silly, but like going to the grocery store. I think when we were getting our assistance from our church and helping us with food, because we just really did not have the income to feed ourselves and our baby, it was humbling, to say the least. And when we were able to finally buy our own milk and our own bread and all that, that was truly a blessing. It made us appreciate it more, and I never, ever, ever, ever complained again going to the grocery store.
Well, I think that brings up an interesting thing about early days, even when not so early days, when we had the dip and starting our business and stuff, is that lean time taught us to learn how to rely upon each other and still have creative dates when you were poor.
Oh yeah, we still did.
I mean, because we still, even when we were poor, we would scrape the pennies and grab $1 and go get a video, or we would just go, all right, what can we make out of, we'd make milkshakes, and we'd have a milkshake, or we'd make chocolate chip cookies together, or we'd go for a walk together. Just anything to take that time together was really, really critical.
I actually remember our neighbor across the way. She would come babysit. Kim is her name.
Oh yeah, I
she
forgot
would
about that.
come and babysit Devin, and Jody and I would go to the temple, actually, and to our LDS temple, and do some work there. And service is a big thing that you can do together as a date. It's really that one in itself is just such a great blessing, a great feeling. So, yeah, I think, and then we even had our own trials in early marriage too, just being with one another, and how much we struggled. Just what is it? Just like, well, we discovered more of ourselves and who we are by when we had some relationship issues, and then I grew and he grew. Individually we grew while we were still married, and then together we grew. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So yeah, we had relationship issues too, where it was really trying, but we worked on ourselves, which in turn helped work on each other.
Agreed. I mean, how do you even say that? I think one of the things is, like, you never ever give up on each other. As long as you're not being abusive or anything like that, there's always a way to find and build and discover and nurture love. And when you have two hearts that want to work together, that want to build a life together, you're willing to sacrifice for each other. You're willing to dedicate your time for each other. You're willing to forgive and forget the little quirkiness of each other, and you learn how to love the real person, and in the process you develop an aspect of you, like you said, the other person enhances who you are, and you become not only a better individual, but you become a better couple. And I tell you, it's been an amazing 29 years. I love you very much. And I consider myself far blessed than I ever deserve. So I don't know why she still puts up with me, but there must be something that I'm halfway doing right. So
I actually don't know how he deals with me and all my, like, yay, let's go do this. And let's make it happen and figure it out.
Let's just put it with this. With Judy, it's always an adventure, and I could never make enough money that would support the size of her heart and willingness to give to other people, and that's okay because God will make up the difference as He always does.
So I think that's pretty good. I think that's all we've got to talk about.
All right.
I don't know, but hey, if like afterwards you guys watch this and you have any comments or questions or yeah, just let us know. We'll be happy to listen to you and actually, I don't know. I love the questions. Like, what did you do with this? And what do you I love those kind of questions. Or what do you do about that?
Yeah. So we did get the questions. Maybe we'll save those for another day. How did we meet? How did we start dating and all that stuff? So today,
this would be a good one to.
Today is the recipe for 29 years that we've had. What, you want to go there? We've already been on a whole long time.
Okay, we'll save that for the next.
Save that for another video.
This whole month is about relationships. So
yes,
that's why I thought that. Yeah. Anyways, how did we meet? It's super simple. We met at the mall.
We met at the mall, but us coming together was not so simple. So we'll save that for another broadcast.
Yeah, he was stalking me.
I was not stalking you.
No.
That is the family joke, and that is not true. You put the challenge, and I took the challenge, and I won. So, by proof with the ring on the finger.
Oh, and look at his finger. Did you guys see that? Look what happened. He cut his finger today. I distracted him.
She did distract me. But that's okay. I didn't need that finger anyway.
Oh, he sliced it really good, but
yeah,
we're all better.
I probably should have gotten gut stitches, but I wanted to go seek it.
Great.
I know. It makes me look manly because I need the help.
Hi, Retha.
Well, you guys have a great Sunday. We just wanted to wish you guys a happy anniversary. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for enjoying our ingredients to a happy marriage. Once again, date. Make sure you nurture and continue to grow and love each other through every aspect of your life. Involve the man upstairs as you pray every day, and turn that twosome into a threesome with real power. And 4,
always know who you are. So that you know who you are, or at least work on yourself so that you can contribute. That was a dryer. So that you can contribute to the relationship fully, and that your spouse or friend, whoever that your relationship is with, that they enhance you, that you enhance them, that you lift each other up.
Yep. And 5, be fully committed, both together and in public and in private. Make sure that you're always fully committed to each other, and life will be amazing to you. And as it's been amazing for us, because I truly am blessed, and we are truly blessed, and we're thankful that you're a small part of our life, actually a big part of our life. And thank you for sharing our anniversary with us.
Okay, you guys have a great night.